All right, y'all. I know yesterday I was talking about the mark of the beast, and we was over in Revelation chapter 13. If you go to 14, right after that, it's talking about when Jesus comes back with 144,000 people, and it goes on to say how the angels proclaim that anyone who has a mark on the forehead or the hand, um, that the wrath of God will be put upon them. What happens right after that, though? Well, if we jump on over to chapter 20 real quick, we find out how the beast and the false prophet is thrown into the lake of fire. And then it says, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the abyss, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold of the dragon, the serpent of old, who is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years." And that's in Revelation chapter 20, first two verses. See, it's hard to actually see what's going on on our plane, where we can see, because it's talking so much about the spiritual battles that's going on. If you go on over Zechariah chapter 14 of the Old Testament, we find out what the prophet's seen happen in humanity down here. And what he's saying, he's a Jew, he's Hebrew, he's talking to his people. It starts off chapter 14 in Zechariah. "Behold, a day is coming for the Lord when the spoil taken from you will be divided among you. For I will gather all the nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city will be captured, the houses plundered, the women ravished, and half of the city exiled. But the rest of the people will not be cut off from the city." The actual translation of the name Jerusalem is City of Peace. That being said, it's also the capital of Israel. They're supposed to be the children of God, the children of peace, that's showing the world the light of God, His likes, His dislikes. That's why He was giving us gave them the laws in the Old Testament to show the world how to be righteous before Him. Then Jesus came down and the New Testament came about, and all those laws was to be put inside us. It's how we're supposed to be living, and we can fulfill them all if we love God above all else and we love our neighbor as ourselves. The love is more than emotion, y'all. You can love somebody and dislike them. Loving someone is an act. It's a covenant. It's being there whenever they need someone, showing them kindness, generosity. Love doesn't mean you have to go over and hug their neck and kiss them and everything else. No, it comes from much deeper. It's actually being there and caring about them. You don't want anything bad to happen to them. According to what Zechariah is saying right here, though, this is talking about all the nations coming against Israel, coming against the ones that's trying to be at peace. All the evil coming at one time, and they're raping, they're stealing, they're running people out. Only a part of them is going to be there. Then, after that, we go on down 3 through 8 where it talks about Jesus coming back. And this is that time frame where He's coming back with 144,000. This right here is where His foot sets on Mount Zion. And Mount Zion splits in half. Half the mountain go to the east, half of it go to the west. In 1964, scientists found out there is in fact a fault line going right through the center of that mountain. Now, I know it said about the 1,000 years in Revelation, and I read that for a purpose. Over here in Zechariah 14, verses 6 and 7 says, "And it will come about in that day that there will be no light. The luminaries will dwindle. For it will be a unique day which is known to the Lord, neither day nor night. But it will come about that at evening time there will be light." Just think of the twilight time. Whenever the sun's not out and it's not blistering hot, the sun hasn't set, it's not completely dark, Everything's illuminaried up. It's also the coolest part. It's peaceful. That's the time frame of the Lord. Round the clock. Which means the one that spoke everything into existence, who came to earth, took on flesh, predicted how he was going to die. He was going to die and how he was going to rise again on the third day afterwards, and did it. Predicted and told that he was going to come back. That same one, though we find out, stopped the wind, stopped the sun, everything at will, glorifying God, not for selfish gain. And he's saying when he comes back, everything is going to freeze in place. 1,000 years like one day, and one day like 1,000 years. When you're with God, time, it doesn't matter. We take stuff, we do stuff, we want to just go to bed sometimes just to end the day. It's not like that when you're with Him.